Hello, my dear friends and subscribers. I hope you're all doing well. And today we are gonna thoroughly explain chainexpose.com and how we can use Onchain Data to make better guesses in crypto, and at least we can make some more money or avoid bigger losses. So, it's been a pretty long while that I wasn't able to send some videos. We will continue after this. It will make me happy if you follow and subscribe my account. Let's start. Right now, crypto market is hard to predict. Few years ago, it was much easier to understand what's gonna happen, but now we have to use all our tools related to futures market, spot market, and on-chain data. This website named chainexpose.com is the best source, best free source to get some idea of what's happening in on-chain data. We can check address sizes, we can check spendings, everything. We are gonna thoroughly check it out. First of all, there's a market-wide macro picture part. There are lots of metrics here, but I want to share the most important ones and the ones that we can really use and make uh, some money out of it. For example, the first one is realized cap versus market cap. Market cap, we have here some explanation about it, and you don't need to learn all of it. The best part about this is that we have some explanations, you can read it, but when we check the chart, we can see when the color is green, it's the best opportunity to buy in the dip. During 2011 October, we can see the same thing happened. During January 2015, the same thing happened, and price rallied. I don't know, whatever you want. It's the best thing you can do. The same thing happened in 2018, and the last one is during to November 2022. If we check this, we can see that when price, uh, not price, let's say our market cap is getting further away from our realized cap, and there is a big gap, always price starts to come down, our market cap starts to decrease. And it's a sign of weakness, let's say. Every time there's a big difference between these two, price or also market cap decreases. Every time this happens. So it can help us somehow understand what's gonna happen. Right now we have a pretty big gap, but I think market cap can still go higher, but we don't use this metric to find out where are the tops. We use this metric to find out where are the proper bottoms. You can see here, you can see here, also the same here. So let's go to the next one. This one is not useful. I don't know. I don't care about it so much. Mirror, multiple, not this one. And there are lots of explanations here. You can check out this stuff. There are some articles here, but still, I don't use this. I will show you the most important ones from my perspective. So, realize profit and loss. R- this metric is also pretty good. We can see when we have huge realized losses, price tends to come back. We can see some local dips or major dips. The same thing happens when we have realized profit. When people start selling and they start taking profit, after a while we can see local or real tops happening. This metric is also useful. Right now, we can't see so much. We have some realized profits, but we don't see any sharp movements. You can take a look at this. This one is also somehow similar. Realized profit loss bands. You can see when we have huge profit taking happening, our local tops, also major tops happen. When we have Huge, let's say, loss realization, still the same thing. We have major dips happening. It happened the same round to October 2022. This major, this metric is so useful. You can use it. It helps you pretty well. This is for short term. I don't use it so much because let's be honest, on-chain data don't work well in the short term. It helps you to realize the longer term. Net realized profit and loss. It's also the same concept. You can see when we have huge profit taking, like here, we can see major tops, but when we see huge loss realization, we can see major bottoms. Still the same thing. These stuff are free, but pretty important and useful. If you use them properly, at least you can manage your investments in crypto better than many other people who lose their money in futures market. And this one is also used for short term. I don't use it so much. Uh, SOPR, spent out profit ratio. It's somehow useful, but not so much. You can find out local tops and local bottoms, but it doesn't work well all the time. So we can see here it also help realize the local top. Here it helps somehow, but it's not pretty well. Average spend coinage, I don't use it either. Dormancy, I don't use sell bubbles. Bitcoin days destroyed. Hmm. Let's see. Let's check. These are important. Supply in profit and loss. This one is also important. We can see during bull runs, the supply in loss starts to decrease and it almost gets to zero. And for a while, this happens. In the last case, in this here, we don't use it to try to find out local tops, but it can help us to buy step by step in the dips. When the supply and loss increases or it reaches around 50% level, those levels are the almost best levels to enter this market. At least you can try to uh, invest in the better places and better prices than buying inside bull runs. Let's check the next one. Unrealized profit and loss. This one is also somehow similar. You can see the trend. I mean, I don't need to explain it to you. If you check the trend, you can understand what's going on here. When profits increase, like here, we can see major or local tops. When losses increase severely, we can somehow expect our bottoms to happen. NUPL. This one is related to the emotions in the market. It's also useful. Okay. You can use it. It can help you find out where people panic. We can see people had full panic mode during 2015 when price dumped. During 2017, our major top, people also how can I say, they experience euphoria, and here can be a proper place to sell. During the crash in 2019 and 2018, people were feeling terrible and depression. When people feel bad, markets tend to bottom. And you can see in here the same thing happen. And during February 2021, well, we experienced the same thing. People felt pretty well. They were thinking that we are gonna go to the moon, and price started to crash. The same thing happened in 2022 September. People felt like we are going to zero, but no, that didn't happen. Right now we are in euphoric phase, but not an extreme. I mean, not as high as previous ones, but we are reaching the danger zone. So, as I explained, this one is also useful. Let's check the other metrics. We have relative unrealized profit. Previously, in the previous cycles, it's been pretty accurate. I mean, during 2015, it helped us almost find out the bottom. But there's important case. Take into account that many of these metrics have been created maybe few years after these things happened. I mean, maybe this metric is created in 2020, but it shows previous data. So it doesn't mean that every metric that are here, each of them are accurate. We just can use them to get a sense of where we are or where we can head to. It's not like that these are magic and these always find out where is the top, where is the bottom. Most of these metrics are, let's say, how can I say, created in few years ago, not long. But we can see it's been pretty accurate during December 2018 dip, again our top in 2021 and our bottom in 2022. Right now, it's in the middle phase. It doesn't have a sharp uh, overheat zone, but let's see. Take into account this metric is also pretty good. MVRV, market value to realized value, is a ratio between market. There's some explanation here, and I believe this is one of the most important metrics that you have to use and take into account because a market cap and realized cap are the keys in these markets. It also, you can see there is a one line here, break-even line. And when investors get into huge negative side, we can see dips happening. We can say the same thing for the tops, when we can see sharp moves. Right now, it's also somehow steady. Let's see our volume metric. I don't use these volume metrics, but some people may take account and look at this. There's ordinal inscriptions. I don't use these two. Network metrics, supply issuance. There are many metrics, but not all of them are useful. MVT to RVT ratio. I don't use this coin circulations. No, I don't use these ones. Let's check the others. Uh, you can study each of these metrics. Fear and greed heat map. Many people know this. This is not that useful because if you take into account this one, you may lose the right. I don't use it, don't care about it. So, these hot waves, these are important. You can see the same things. Hot waves charts show age distribution of the entire Bitcoin supply at any given point in time. You may check out this metric. This can be useful at least to find out somehow where the tops or bottoms happen because Bitcoin holders are separated into different parts 6 months to 1 year, 1 day to 1 week, 4 year to 8 year. And this means that we have long-term holders and short-term holders, and you can see how they behave. For example, let's check out. We have the red ones, the short-term holders reaction, or let's say 1 month to 3 months holders reaction can show us when these local tops or major tops happen. You can see it the same behavior during each bull run. At the end of bull run, the same thing happened. But right now, it's somehow steady. And these are almost the same. You can still check out. This one is the best one between age-specific macro picture because it shows a clear picture. You can see what happened when 1 month to 3 months moved sharply like this. We could have, uh, how can I say, predict the tops, but don't try to predict it. Try to move step by step. We have some other ones here. Hype cycles. I don't know. It's somehow useful. Let's see. But this one shows when it moves sharply towards higher places, we can see that there happens some tops. You can understand it. Here we have a sharp move. Here we have a sharp move. Here we have a sharp move. You can almost understand it. Short term to long term ratio. No, this one is not useful. And these are not useful. Yo, MBRV crosses. This can be helpful too. At least you can see when it's better to buy and when it's better to sell. As I told you, market cap and realized cap are the keys in this market. You can see when these two lines cross each other. You can practice understand it here. There are during 2015 February. Here we can see there is an opportunity to buy the same thing during October 2022. And when we see a huge gap between market cap and its long-term holder market cap and long-term holder is exactly the same thing. Short-term holder MVRV. Look at here. When we see a huge gap, then it means we are reaching our local or major tops. The same thing happened. It's so simple, but it can help you in understanding that you are entering the market at the riskiest time possible or at a better chance. We have short-term realized price. I mean, I don't use it so much. But long-term holder realized price, it's so important. I mean, if you wanna find the local or the major bottoms, you have to use long-term holder realized price. Any price, any price below the long-term holder realized price is the best price to buy. You can enter at least half of your money, or you can try to manage those steps. You can see during December 2014 when price get below the long-term holder price, how it reacted. The same thing happened in 2018. The same thing happened during 2020, 22. It's perfect. If you see price below the long-term holder realized price, just enter. At least try to enter step by step and how can I say increase your money. So I've told you which metrics are important. Let's see. This one, I haven't used it for a long time. Isolated age bands, I don't use it too. Realized profit distribution, not this one, but realized profit distribution. This one is good. It can still help you to understand where profit taking is happening. If you see sharp profit taking, it's normal in bull run, but if it tends to continue for a while like this, then we can see price dumping. Realized loss distribution is also the same. When we have panic in the market, and huge uh, loss realization, then we can see local or real bottoms. This one is also one of the most important keys here. But right now, we are not seeing any sharp movements, I mean, on both sides. Let's see, I don't use any of these. LTH spent in loss. This one is also somehow helpful, but right now I don't use it. Let's check out LTH realized loss. This one also helped in the previous cycles, but this cycle somehow hit a little bit different. But uh, why this one is important? The reason is that if you use it for realizing where is the bottom or when we can get near to bottom, it can help you so much. When you see in deep, how can I say, deep prices, don't panic. Try to check on-chain data, metrics like LTH realized loss. When everyone is panicking, everyone is losing their money, it's the best place to enter. You can see what happened. Every time the same thing. If we see the same thing in 2026, I don't know, 2026, 25, I believe we can see a dip in the middle of 2026. I don't know, but if there's something like this happening, just don't panic. Try to enter. Let's check the other ones. I don't use them so much. So, long-term holder SOPR. I don't know. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not useful. Not gonna use this. Let's see. Let's continue. None of these is useful for me. At least you can check out this explanation. I'm just showing the ones that I use personally. Oh. So, long-term long-term holder address MVRV. This one can also be important. We can see when we have a sharp movement toward upside, there can be, it can be risky, but you can see in 2013, our top for long-term holder MVRV is 35, 45. It decreases by the time. You may understand this. So take care about it. And let's see, supply age distribution. I don't use any of these either. These can be useful to see where price can keep safe, but I don't use them. Address specific macro picture, no. There are some detailed explanation about these articles. You can reach them from internet, but still not used. Address bands realized price. This one is also important. Why it's important? You can see, let's zoom in. When price dips below the realized price of accounts, Bitcoin accounts that have 10,000 or more Bitcoins, we can see perfect or near perfect buying opportunities. This happens. Let me just a moment. For example, here we can see in 2018 during November and December, it almost perfectly told us where is the dip, and then price rallied higher. Every time this happens, if price dips below the realized price of humpbacks and accounts that have more than 10,000 Bitcoins, it's a great price. I mean, there's a higher chance to make money. I don't use these stuff that are related to miners. No. Mm, I don't use the number of address bands balances. They are not accurate and you can get deceived. Not this ones. They're not useful. Realized price, realized profit distribution. It's the same thing we've discussed before. We have this kind of stuff. Ha! Bitcoin days destroyed bands. And this one is important. Take a look at this article, and there's a great explanation here. When we see sharp movements in Bitcoin days destroyed bands, and multiple sharp moves happens, then we can see some tops happening in the market. Just you can spend some time on it. Whale SOPR not so useful. Whale MVRV not so useful. There's another one. Whale accumulation heat map. There's some explanation here. This is also a useful indicator. When we see the red ones, it's a sign of whales buying big accounts, big people, big money. They're entering the market. But when we see lighter colors like blue, it means they are selling. They are selling sharply. When we can see these red moves, red dots, it's better to buy, and it's a safer place to enter. But when we see some sharp selling, it can be a little bit riskier, as it happened here. And in the dip, we had sharp selling. Here, we had sharp buying. After that, we had a rally. Let's check the other ones. I don't think there's any left anything important. So that's it. We've explained, and I told you which accounts, which indicators are important. Don't try to use all of them and try to understand which one is what. Just use the ones that I told you, and I hope you will make money, or at least you will stop losing money in this crypto market that it's getting harder and harder every day. After this, I'm gonna post new videos about these kind of websites and how to earn at least better view and learn how to control our investments, how to manage them. I hope you're all doing well. If you like this video, please subscribe and wait for our new videos. See you later.